Hello Nzanga, so this is Sean or Sin Kampondeni, however you pronounce his first name, but this is the president's son-in-law, and he's also the executive assistant or strategist, whatever his title is. But yeah, this man came to Facebook and wrote a whole essay talking about how he had a conversation with SKC, how SKC made it very clear to him about his plans in 2025. Okay, when he wrote that post, people gave him their peace of mind and he deleted it. However, if you go to Onjes and Kenan, you'll be able to see the whole bit. But I've only taken parts of it. This and the other part you will see where our main discussion is. Okay, so a little bit of background. I mean, first of all, he talked about the fact that SKC was planning what he was planning to do in 2025 elections, namely to be the person in charge of President Chakwera's 2025 election campaign. He says that, well, I shouldn't continue to read, but that is enough to say that there was those plans that he was going to support Chakwera. That's what this guy is saying. Okay, so a little bit of a background. You remember this government, it came in because they formed an alliance. Okay, without the alliance, this government couldn't have been. Why? Because of the rule of 50+1. So the votes that Chakwera had or SKC had individually, they wouldn't have helped. They wouldn't have, afforded them to run the government. Okay, to win, in other words. So the alliance was purely to allow them to progress. Okay, because at that point, remember, they went to court and everything that was going on, they had to come to some form of agreement. Not necessarily that they like each other, not necessarily that this is what they would have wanted either way, either side, but because of what the law was or what the law is, they wanted to make sure that something was achieved. Okay, and DPP was gone. Okay, not only that, in that their agreement, I personally and a lot of people haven't seen what was in the agreement, what SKC and Chakwera agreed. But at some point, SKC came out and said that the agreement was that Chakwera will run 5 years, and then after, SKC will also run. Okay? Now, as we are talking, SKC is gone. Okay, but before his demise, the president came out and announced that next year he's running again. Okay, a lot of people were surprised and they were waiting to hear from SKC to see what is his reaction. What does he know about this? Is he angry? What was the agreement? What is he gonna do, or what is his game plan? Before he could come out to speak to people, the man is gone. Okay, a lot of people are angry with how things have happened because the agreement that SKC himself said was, it seems to a lot of people as if, somebody, has had a hand in his, in his death, because of course, Chakwera's time is coming to an end. Yes, by next year is coming to an end. So naturally, people, from how we were told, we were expecting SKC to take over next year. So now that it was coming to an end, SKC dying, it seems really suspicious to a lot of people. So for Sean, when everybody is angry and their suspicion is coming more so because of how these things were laid out politically, Sean, being the son-in-law of the president, coming out talking that, he confided in him. And the way he think he can justify these things is by posting pictures of how he was with SKC. Just to make something very clear, the post that this Kampondeni has been given, he is everywhere with the president. Okay, as his assistant or whoever, he's literally everywhere with the president. And the SKC was the vice. So being seen together has nothing to do with SKC trusting him or SKC liking him. It's just work. Okay, you're there. You had to, greet people, be friendly, and all those professional stuff. Okay, but he want to paint a picture as if there was such a relationship between him or between SKC and the president, that they were in such harmony that he was running again next year. The only reason why he didn't tell people, he want to make it seem as though it's because of his followers, that they will be disappointed, that the people who are loyal to UTM, they could be the ones who will be angry, as if to say that SKC himself was happy to support Chakwera to carry on. Personally, I find this kind of talk very rude, number one. Number two, for the fact that we are still in the mourning period and you are calling it day so and so of mourning, I find it very cruel. I mean, when you were doing your opening paragraph talking about, oh, this is the most difficult part, the attribute of SKC, who is asking you to talk for you to even talk about, oh, this is the most difficult? Why are you having the difficult time talking? Who is asking you or forcing you to talk? Because if you were somebody that your speech was so important, they could have put you on the list so you could say whatever you wanted to say, at the funeral. But no, you're coming to Facebook. Because for me, it looks as if you want the people who have said the things they've said against the president, you want to plant seeds in their ears and in their heart to say that, oh, after all, SKC wasn't planning to run. So even if he's dead, it doesn't make a difference, because if he was here, he wasn't going to run anyway. So don't accuse the president because there was no reason for the president to harm him. You are only making your father-in-law even look badder than he already looks in the eyes of so many people. And I say this because you are not the person that we need to hear from. You are in that position where you are because your father-in-law has a personal relationship with you. If this government was a different government, not the one that is there, you wouldn't be in that position. So you are one of the people who will do anything in this world to see Chakwera stay the president until you die. Why? Because then it allows you to live the lifestyle you're living now. It allows you to continue to buy those same kind of perfume, expensive perfume, and give to different girls that you wouldn't have afforded on a normal day, or girls who wouldn't have even looked your way on a normal day. But now, because there's cash flow, so you would want Chakwera to stay the president for that fact, and because of your personal relationship, not because. So don't come out here and talk as if you would. What did you say in that statement? Oh, I sympathized with his predicament. Oh, how rude. As if you, of all people, you would care of SKC's ambitions. You wouldn't. And I find it very hard to even believe that SKC, of all people, can sit down and be having such a conversation with full knowledge of who you are. Even a blind man who can't see will see that the relationship you have with the president himself is enough reason not to trust you, whatever you can say. So why would SKC come to you to talk to you about anything? This is just propaganda. You're trying to manipulate people. And you're being cruel. You're bringing these things at the time when people are literally hurt. And if you are claiming that you had this conversation 6 days prior, why didn't you write this write-up before SKC died? Why didn't you come to Facebook and say these things? Even here you say, oh, you empathized with his predicament. After all, he was, in my estimation, the most viable presidential hopeful of my generation. If that's how you held him in your eyes, why didn't you say this in front of your father-in-law and SKC while he was alive? In front of people, in front of masses. Why didn't you do that? You couldn't. You're saying this because the man is gone and you know it won't make any difference. Even if you praise him, even if you lie against him, you know he will not answer to what you are saying now. Kampondeni, mind your business. Otherwise, and hakupondani. You come out here talking reckless, but when other people want to talk, everybody is running after them. Oh, akumanganitu. Oh, this is unfair. Oh, poor president. Oh, the people who are surrounding them, they are the ones who are bad. The president can't do. But the president is the one who chose to elect. The president is the one who chose people like you to be around him. The people elected him, but he chose you and whoever is around him because he trusted you. So whatever you're doing, this recklessness you are bringing out, he is okay with it. Otherwise, why can't he take action against you if all these things, he has nothing to do with it? Nonsense. Kampondeni, we don't want to hear from you.